Have you ever woken up before dawn, staring at the ceiling, wondering why your body won't let you rest a little longer? It's a quiet frustration many of us over 65 know all too well, when sleep slips away and mornings come too soon, leaving you tired and uneasy for the day ahead. You might think this is just getting old, something inevitable. But what if I told you that waking up too early isn't simply about age? It's a little-known issue that often goes unnoticed but can quietly chip away at your energy, mood, and overall health. This isn't just a normal part of aging that we have to accept. In today's video, I'm going to share 5 simple, gentle steps that can help you reclaim restful nights and wake up feeling truly refreshed. By the end, you'll discover practical tips that are easy to fit into your daily life. No complicated routines or hard rules, just real ways to improve your sleep and your days. So, if early mornings have been stealing your peace, stay with me. We'll walk through this together, step by step. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Step 1. Establish a consistent bedtime and wake-up routine. It's a scene that's all too familiar, though most of us rarely talk about it. The clock reads 3:30 a.m. You've woken up without an alarm, not because you want to greet the sunrise, but because your eyes just snapped open, your mind alert for no good reason. Maybe it happens once in a while, or maybe, lately, it seems to be most nights. You lie there in the dark, pulling the covers up, hoping to drift back off. But the minutes tick by, and sleep feels farther away with every glance at the glowing numbers on your nightstand. When the sun finally rises, you're left groggy and frustrated, maybe a little grumpy, wishing you'd gotten just a bit more rest. It's easy to chalk it up to just aging. After all, isn't it normal for sleep to get lighter, more fragile, as we grow older? Maybe you've heard friends mention the same thing, or read somewhere that waking up at odd hours is just part of life after 65. But here's the twist. What if it doesn't have to be this way? What if the simple act of when you go to bed and when you wake up, if done consistently, could change the way you sleep? Most people think sleep is a mystery, a matter of luck, or simply out of their hands. But science tells us otherwise. The way we live, the rhythms we follow, can have a powerful impact on how deeply and soundly we rest. It's not just about getting older. It's about the signals we give our brains every single day. So, what's going on when sleep slips through our fingers? The answer lies in something called your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock. This clock is not a metaphor. It's a real, biological system that tells your brain when it's time to wind down and when it's time to wake up. Throughout our lives, our bodies learn to expect certain patterns. Darkness means bedtime, sunlight means it's time to get moving. But as we age, and especially in retirement, those patterns can blur. Maybe you stay up late one night to finish a book or catch up with a friend on the phone. Maybe you sleep in after a restless night or take a long nap in the afternoon to make up for lost sleep. Little by little, these shifts confuse your internal clock. Your body gets mixed signals. Sometimes you're asking it to rest, sometimes you're pushing through exhaustion, sometimes you're wide awake before the world is ready. This irregular rhythm is a big reason why sleep feels less reliable as we age. Our brains produce melatonin, the hormone that helps us sleep, based on routine and light exposure. If your bedtime and wake-up time keep changing, your brain can't predict when to start winding down or when to gear up for the day. The result? Shallow sleep, early waking, and that nagging sense that your nights just aren't as restful as they used to be. But the solution is more within reach than you might think. Establishing a consistent bedtime and wake-up routine, yes, even on weekends, can work wonders for your sleep quality. Think of it as a gentle promise you make to your body each day. This is when we rest. This is when we rise. With enough repetition, your internal clock learns to trust you again. Melatonin production gets back on track, your sleep becomes deeper, and those pesky early morning wake-ups begin to fade. So, how do you start? The first step is choosing a realistic window for both bedtime and wake-up time, one that fits your current lifestyle. Maybe you'd like to be in bed by 10:30 p.m. and up around 6:30 a.m. Or maybe your sweet spot is 9:45 to 5:45. What matters most is that you pick a time frame you can stick with. Something steady, not something that changes depending on whether it's a Monday or a Saturday. If you've been a night owl for decades, shifting all at once can be tough. Instead, try adjusting by just 15 minutes at a time. Gradually nudge your bedtime earlier, or your wake-up time a bit later, until you find a rhythm that feels natural and sustainable. Once you set your window, treat it as a non-negotiable part of your self-care. About an hour before your chosen bedtime, begin winding down. Turn off bright lights, lower the volume on the TV, and avoid any stressful conversations or activities. You might take a warm shower, listen to calming music, or simply spend a few quiet minutes reflecting on your day. The key is to make these rituals gentle and soothing, signals to your body that sleep is coming soon. If you find yourself lying awake in bed, resist the urge to check the clock or reach for your phone. Watching the minutes tick by can make sleep more elusive. Instead, try closing your eyes and focusing on your breath, or picture a peaceful place, a lake, a cozy cabin, or your favorite childhood memory. Let your mind wander gently. If you really can't fall back asleep after 20 or 30 minutes, get up and do something relaxing in low light until you feel drowsy again. The goal is to associate your bed with sleep and peace, not anxiety or frustration. Let me share a story that brings this to life. A few years ago, I met Tom at our local community center, a spry 72-year-old who'd always prided himself on being a go-with-the-flow kind of guy. After retiring, he stopped worrying about clocks. Some nights, he'd stay up past midnight watching old westerns. Other nights, he'd doze off during the evening news and wake up at 2 a.m. wide awake, staring at the ceiling. Tom was frustrated. He was napping during the day, nodding off in his recliner, and still waking up before dawn, feeling exhausted. His doctor told him his heart and health were fine, but he couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. When we talked about routines, Tom was skeptical. He'd spent a lifetime dodging rigid schedules. But he agreed to give it a shot. For 2 weeks, he picked a bedtime, 10:30 p.m., and a wake-up time, 6:30 a.m., sticking to them even on weekends. At first, it felt strange. He was tempted to stay up late when the ball game ran long, or sleep in when he had nowhere to be. But after a few nights, Tom noticed he was falling asleep faster. He woke up less during the night and, even when he did, found it easier to doze back off. Most surprising of all, he stopped waking up before 4 a.m. By the end of the month, he felt rested and sharp again, ready for his morning walks and afternoon bridge games. Tom's story isn't unique. Countless seniors across the country have found that a steady sleep schedule gives them back energy, clarity, and peace of mind. And the beauty of this approach is that it's gentle. You're not forcing your body or relying on medications. You're simply creating an environment where your natural sleep systems can thrive. It's normal to have a few setbacks along the way. Maybe a grandchild visits and bedtime is a little later, or a noisy storm wakes you up in the night. That's okay. What matters is your commitment to returning to your rhythm as soon as you can. Each night is a new opportunity, and each morning, a fresh start. So if you've been feeling at the mercy of restless nights and early mornings, I encourage you to try this one simple, powerful change. Choose your bedtime and wake-up time, stick with them, and give your body the gift of consistency. You might be surprised at how quickly your sleep improves, how much brighter your days become when you're not battling fatigue. Remember, you deserve restful, uninterrupted sleep. Age doesn't have to steal that from you. Start tonight, and let yourself rediscover the deep, healing rest you've been missing. You're not alone on this journey. There are thousands of us walking this path together, cheering each other on with every yawn and every sunrise. Give yourself the chance to thrive, one peaceful night at a time. Step 2. Reduce exposure to blue light before bedtime. It's one of those quiet evenings. The house has settled. You've just finished washing the dinner dishes, and maybe you spend a few minutes by the window, watching the streetlights flicker on and the sky slip from indigo to black. For many older adults, this is a peaceful time. The day is winding down, and you look forward to a restful night. But there's one habit that sneaks into the end of almost every day: the soft glow of a TV, a tablet, or a cell phone screen. Maybe it's a favorite show you can't miss, a news update, a quick game of solitaire, or a text message from your granddaughter. Before you know it, the evening silence is filled with light, blue light, to be exact, emanating from the very devices meant to entertain or connect you. You might not give it much thought. After all, a little TV before bed feels like a well-earned treat, and keeping your phone nearby gives peace of mind in case a family member calls. How much harm could it do? You might wonder. Isn't the real issue with sleep just part of getting older? A body that can't rest the way it used to, a mind that wakes up in the middle of the night with worries, aches, or memories. But what if that quiet ritual, the screen time before bed, is making things harder than they need to be? What if the light from those screens is tricking your brain into thinking it's still daytime, silently stealing away your body's natural urge to rest? For years, most of us have believed sleep comes simply from being tired enough, from winding down in any way that feels good. But science is uncovering a different story, and it centers on the powerful impact of blue light. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Let's pause for a moment to understand what's happening here. All light affects us, but not all light is the same. Sunlight contains many colors, but blue light is special. It's the part of sunlight that wakes us up, keeps us alert, and helps regulate our body's natural clock, the circadian rhythm. During the day, blue light is a gift. It boosts mood, helps us feel energized, and tells our brain that it's time to be awake. But here's the problem. Electronic screens, TVs, tablets, smartphones, even LED light bulbs, also emit blue light. Unlike the sun, they don't set. Their glow can reach us long after dusk, sending mixed signals to a brain that desperately needs rest. Normally, as the evening darkens, our bodies start producing melatonin, a hormone sometimes called nature's sleeping pill. Melatonin tells every cell that bedtime is near, helps us feel drowsy, and sets the stage for deep, restorative sleep. But when blue light enters our eyes at night, even in small doses, it confuses the brain, signaling that it's still daylight and it's not yet time to wind down. Melatonin production drops, and our natural sleep drive weakens. The result? We toss and turn, fall asleep later, and wake up less refreshed, even after a full night in bed. This might sound a little technical, but the effect is real and surprisingly powerful, especially as we age. Our eyes become more sensitive, and our sleep cycles grow more fragile. The simple act of watching television or scrolling through social media at night can make it much harder to drift off, and even harder to stay asleep until morning. The good news is that you don't have to give up your favorite evening activities. Instead, with a few gentle adjustments, you can restore your natural sleep rhythms and give your body the chance to rest deeply. The solution is not about deprivation, but about intention and balance, honoring your need for connection and comfort while protecting your need for sleep. Start by setting a simple boundary. About 1 hour before your chosen bedtime, turn off or set aside devices that emit blue light. If you love your evening TV show, try to watch it a little earlier, or record it and enjoy it the next afternoon. Swap out screen time for soft, non-digital rituals that signal your brain it's time to slow down. Reading a printed book or magazine, listening to music, or calling a friend on a landline. If you're in the habit of checking your phone for messages, let family know that after a certain hour, you'll be unplugged for the night. They'll understand, and your sleep will thank you. You can also make your bedroom a screen-free sanctuary. Leave your phone in the living room, or at least across the room from your bed. If you need a nightlight, choose one with a soft amber or red hue rather than a bright white or blue. If you use an e-reader, explore its settings. Many offer a night mode or warm light feature that reduces blue light exposure. But remember, the best option is often the simplest. Choose paper over pixels, quiet over constant stimulation. This isn't just theory. It's a shift that real people have experienced. Take, for instance, Margaret, a retired school librarian who always looked forward to reading mysteries on her tablet before bed. As she entered her 70s, she noticed she was struggling to fall asleep and waking up at 4 a.m., her mind buzzing. Her doctor suggested she try switching to paper books at night and leave her tablet in the kitchen. Margaret was hesitant at first. She loved her ebooks and the gentle glow that made reading easy in the dark. But she gave it a try. Within a week, she was surprised by how quickly she began falling asleep, how few times she woke up at night, and how much more rested she felt each morning. She found she didn't miss the screen at all. She looked forward to the comforting weight of a real book in her hands and the soft light of a bedside lamp. Of course, change isn't always easy. Old habits linger, especially those that bring comfort at the end of a long day. If the idea of no screens before bed feels overwhelming, start small. Try a screen-free routine just 1 or 2 nights a week. Notice how you feel the next morning. Many people discover that their minds are calmer, their dreams more vivid, and their mornings brighter. Over time, it becomes easier to make it a regular part of your self-care, a gentle boundary that honors both your desire for connection and your deep need for sleep. It's also okay to make your space cozy and inviting. Dim the lights an hour before bed. Maybe light a candle or turn on a soft reading lamp. Listen to calming music, write in a journal, or practice gentle stretching. The point isn't to give up pleasure, but to choose pleasures that nurture both your heart and your health. Let your evenings become a time of gentle transition, preparing your mind and body for rest, not stimulation. If you live with a partner or share your home, invite them to join you in this experiment. You might be surprised how much better you both feel when nights are spent talking quietly, reminiscing, or simply listening to the crickets outside. Sleep, after all, is something we share. Its rhythms and rewards ripple out to touch everyone in the home. So, if you found yourself lying awake at night, wondering why sleep feels so out of reach, consider the simple power of light. Remember that your body is wise, always responding to the signals you give it. By reducing your exposure to blue light before bedtime, you're not just helping yourself sleep. You're honoring the natural cycles that keep you healthy, energetic, and connected to the world around you. Tonight, permit yourself to try something new. Turn off the screens, let your eyes rest, and notice the gentle pull of sleep as it returns to you. It may take a little patience, but the reward, a peaceful night and a brighter morning, is worth every moment. Sleep is a gift you give yourself, one evening at a time. You've earned it, and you deserve it. Step 3. Relax and prepare your body before sleep. There's something about the quiet of evening that can bring both comfort and restlessness. After dinner is cleared and the hum of daytime activity has faded, you might find yourself sitting in your favorite chair, a book in hand or the television playing softly in the background. Yet even as the world calms down, your mind can keep racing, a jumble of thoughts about the day just lived or worries about tomorrow. Maybe your shoulders feel tight or your legs ache from hours spent on your feet. You notice your breathing is a little shallow, your heart still beating faster than you'd like. And when bedtime finally arrives, you lie down hoping for sleep, only to find that your mind and body just won't let go. Sound familiar? If so, you're not alone. For many older adults, this nightly tension is just accepted as the way it is. You might tell yourself, I'll fall asleep when I'm tired enough, or this is what happens when you get older, sleep comes harder. It's easy to believe that restlessness at night is simply a fact of life after 65, and that tossing and turning is your new normal. But what if that wasn't true? What if the real key to a restful night isn't just about being tired enough, but about helping your body and mind truly unwind before you even slip between the sheets? Let's challenge the usual assumption. Sleep isn't something you can force, nor is it just a switch that flips off at the end of a busy day. Science tells us that sleep is a gradual process, a gentle descent rather than an abrupt stop. Our bodies are built for routine and respond to signals, both physical and mental, that say, it's time to rest. But if we don't give ourselves the right cues, if we carry the day's worries or tensions with us to bed, then falling asleep can become a nightly struggle. Studies show that people who practice relaxation rituals before bedtime not only fall asleep faster but also sleep more deeply and wake up feeling refreshed. Sleep isn't a punishment for exhaustion, it's a reward for preparation. So what's going on? Our brains are hardwired to stay alert whenever we're stressed, anxious, or physically uncomfortable. The fight or flight response, helpful if you're in danger, works against us when we're safe but unable to calm down. Even subtle tension in your neck, shoulders, or back, or a mind busy replaying the day, can keep your nervous system on high alert. As a result, it takes longer for the body to slip into sleep, and even then, the sleep may be lighter or interrupted. The answer isn't complicated or expensive. Instead, it's about adopting a few gentle habits that tell both your body and mind, it's safe now. You can let go. The beauty of these rituals is that they're simple, soothing, and can be tailored to fit your lifestyle. You don't need fancy gadgets or hours of free time, just a willingness to honor yourself with a little care before bed. One of the easiest and most effective ways to prepare for sleep is through deep, mindful breathing. Before you even get into bed, sit comfortably and close your eyes. Inhale slowly through your nose, feeling your belly expand, then exhale gently through your mouth. Try counting to 4 on the inhale and 6 on the exhale. Do this for a few minutes, allowing your breath to grow slower and deeper. This simple act sends a signal to your nervous system that it's time to wind down, lowering your heart rate and calming your mind. Gentle stretching or chair yoga can also work wonders. You don't have to be athletic or flexible. Even light movements can release tension stored in your muscles. Try rolling your shoulders, reaching your arms overhead, or softly twisting your spine. Circle your ankles and wrists, or bend forward slowly in your chair, letting your head hang and your back relax. Focus on each movement, noticing how your body feels. Stretching isn't about exercise at this hour. It's about telling your muscles they can let go and rest. A warm shower or bath before bed is another time-tested ritual. The heat helps your muscles relax and your body temperature shift, a natural cue that makes you drowsy. Some people add a few drops of lavender oil to their bathwater, as the scent is known for its calming properties. But even just standing under warm water and letting the day wash off your skin can feel like a small luxury, a private retreat before sleep. Another simple habit is sipping a cup of caffeine-free herbal tea, like chamomile or lemon balm. These herbs have been shown to support relaxation and ease anxiety, helping your mind slow down. Make your tea part of a nightly ritual. Choose a special mug, let the steam rise into your face, and take small, mindful sips. As you drink, imagine your worries melting away, replaced by a sense of comfort and warmth. But perhaps the most important part of preparing for sleep is learning to quiet your thoughts. If your mind tends to race as soon as your head hits the pillow, try keeping a journal beside your bed. Take a few minutes to write down what's on your mind, gratitude for the day, things you're worried about, or simply how you're feeling. Putting thoughts on paper can make them feel lighter, and seeing your own words can bring a surprising sense of peace. Let me share a story that might sound familiar. Nancy, a retired nurse and grandmother of 5, spent years struggling to sleep. Her days were filled with activity: gardening, reading to her grandkids, and volunteering at the local food pantry. But when night came, she couldn't turn off her mind. "I'd lie awake, making lists, worrying about the kids, replaying conversations," she said. "It felt like I could never relax, and I dreaded bedtime." Nancy had tried sleeping pills, but they left her feeling groggy and didn't solve the problem. At the suggestion of a friend, she began a simple routine each night. After washing up, she'd sit in her favorite chair, close her eyes, and do 5 minutes of slow breathing, letting her shoulders drop and her body soften. She started drinking a small cup of chamomile tea and writing a few lines in her journal, nothing fancy, just what was on her mind. Within 2 weeks, Nancy noticed she was falling asleep faster. She rarely woke up in the night, and even when she did, she found it easier to go back to sleep. She didn't feel fixed. Life still brought its share of worries, but she'd given herself tools to handle them gently, instead of carrying them into her dreams. The beauty of these small rituals is that they're deeply personal. Maybe for you, it's soft music playing quietly in the background, or reading a chapter from a comforting novel. For someone else, it might be knitting, praying, or spending a few quiet minutes looking at family photos. What matters is the intention, the gentle message you give yourself that it's okay to let go of the day, to trust that tomorrow will bring new strength. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. It's important to remember, preparing your body and mind for sleep is an act of kindness, not another task on your to-do list. There is no right or wrong way to relax. What matters is that you permit yourself to slow down, to create a soft landing at the end of each day. Over time, your body will learn to expect this transition, and sleep will become something you welcome, not chase. So tonight, before you head to bed, ask yourself, what helps me feel calm? What small comforts can I offer myself as a signal that the day is done? Experiment and find what feels right for you. If you miss a night or two, don't worry, each evening is a fresh chance. Remember, you deserve to rest deeply and wake up ready to greet the new day. The path to better sleep isn't about willpower, but about caring for yourself with patience and gentleness. In the end, sleep is a gift you give yourself, wrapped in the rituals you create. Trust your body, honor your heart, and know that restful nights are possible, one peaceful bedtime at a time. Step 4. Limit drinking too much water before bedtime. It's a scenario that plays out in countless bedrooms across America every night. The house is quiet, the lights are low, and you're finally tucked into bed after a long day. Maybe you followed all the right advice. You've kept a regular bedtime, turned off your screens early, and even spent a few minutes stretching or sipping herbal tea. You're drifting off when, suddenly, you wake with an urgent need. There's no mistaking it. You have to go to the bathroom, and you have to go now. You glance at the clock. Maybe it's 1:30 a.m., or 3 o'clock, or just an hour before you were planning to get up anyway. As you shuffle down the hallway, the chill in the air and the brightness of the bathroom lights jolt you fully awake. By the time you're back under the covers, your body feels restless, your mind is spinning, and sleep is nowhere to be found. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. For many older adults, nighttime bathroom trips are almost expected, so much so that we rarely stop to question them. It's easy to believe that waking up at night to use the restroom is just part of aging, something as unavoidable as gray hair or reading glasses. But what if that's not the whole story? What if small changes in our evening habits could help us sleep more soundly, with fewer interruptions? Let's flip the usual assumption on its head. We're told to stay hydrated for our health, and that's true. Water is essential for every part of our body, from joints to brain to heart. But many of us, without realizing it, drink most of our fluids late in the day, at dinner, with evening snacks, or just before bed. It feels innocent enough. After all, what's the harm in a glass of water or a warm cup of milk before sleep? The truth is, the timing of our fluid intake matters more than we think, especially as we age. Science gives us a clear picture of why this happens. As we get older, our bodies process fluids differently. Our kidneys become less efficient at concentrating urine, and our bladders become more sensitive. The hormone that helps us hold urine at night, vasopressin, declines with age, meaning we're more likely to need the bathroom in the middle of the night. For some, Medications for blood pressure or heart health may also act as diuretics, increasing the need to urinate. On top of that, many older adults experience lighter sleep. When the urge strikes, even a slight discomfort can be enough to rouse you, and getting back to sleep isn't always easy. But here's the good news. By paying attention to when and how much you drink, you can gently retrain your body and reclaim more peaceful nights. Limiting fluid intake in the few hours before bedtime doesn't mean depriving yourself of what you need. Instead, it's about giving your body the best chance to rest uninterrupted, so you can wake up feeling refreshed and ready to take on the day. So, how do you do it? Start by making hydration a daytime priority. Fill a water bottle in the morning and aim to finish it by late afternoon. Spread your fluid intake throughout the day, at breakfast, lunch, and during your active hours, rather than saving it for the evening. If you love a cup of herbal tea before bed, make it a small one, and avoid salty or spicy foods at dinner, which can increase thirst. Most importantly, try to limit drinking any significant amount of fluids in the 2 to 3 hours leading up to bedtime. This shift might feel strange at first, especially if you've always enjoyed a bedtime beverage. But many people are surprised by how quickly their sleep improves. The first few nights, you might still wake out of habit, but over time, your bladder will adjust, and those urgent trips will become less frequent. Let's make this real with a story. Meet Harold, a retired postman from Ohio with a mischievous smile and a fondness for late-night television. For years, Harold prided himself on drinking 8 glasses of water a day, often sipping most of them after dinner as he settled in with his favorite detective shows. But as he moved into his 70s, he found himself waking up 2, sometimes 3 times each night, always with the urgent need to go. He'd try to fall back asleep, but his mind would wander to old memories or tomorrow's to-do list. His days felt sluggish and unfocused. During a routine checkup, Harold's doctor suggested a simple change. Shift most of your water drinking to the morning and early afternoon, and cut back after dinner. I thought I'd be thirsty all night, Harold laughs, but I was willing to try anything. The first week was tough. He missed his big glass of water before bed. But soon he noticed something remarkable. He was making it through the night without waking up for the bathroom. For the first time in years, he woke up at dawn feeling truly rested. I didn't realize how much those bathroom trips were stealing from my sleep. Now, I don't just sleep longer. I feel sharper and happier all day. You don't have to stop drinking fluids entirely in the evening. Just be mindful. If you're taking medications that require water at night, talk to your doctor before making changes. If you enjoy a small cup of warm milk or herbal tea as part of your relaxation routine, savor it, but try to finish it earlier in the evening. And if you do wake up needing the bathroom, keep the lights dim and avoid checking the time or using your phone. That way, you'll be more likely to fall back asleep. You may also find it helpful to keep a sleep and hydration journal for a week or 2. Jot down when you drink fluids and when you wake at night. Patterns often emerge. Maybe you'll notice that on nights you drink less after 7 p.m., you sleep more soundly. This small act of observation can empower you to fine-tune your routine, giving you a sense of control over something that once felt out of your hands. If you live with a partner who also wakes up for the bathroom, encourage them to join you in this experiment. It can be comforting to make changes together, share your observations, and celebrate your progress. Better sleep is a gift for both of you, one that brings more energy, brighter moods, and a renewed zest for life. Remember, it's the gentle shifts that make the biggest difference. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Just pay attention to what your body is telling you, and adjust with kindness. If you slip up one evening or have a particularly salty meal, don't be discouraged. Tomorrow is another chance. So tonight, before you reach for that extra glass of water, pause for a moment. Ask yourself if you've had enough to drink during the day, and if you can start winding down without adding more fluid. Trust your body. It knows how to adapt. With time and a little patience, you'll find that restful, uninterrupted sleep is within reach. A good night's sleep is one of life's greatest pleasures. You've worked hard, cared for others, and weathered many storms. You deserve peaceful nights, free from the constant interruptions that can sap your strength and spirit. Make this gentle change, and let your nights become a time of true rest, a foundation for all the joy and adventure tomorrow may bring. Step 5. Create a comfortable and quiet sleep environment. As the day winds down and you prepare to climb into bed, there's something deeply familiar about the sanctuary of your bedroom, the place where you seek rest, comfort, and a moment to escape the world. But for many seniors, the bedroom that should be a peaceful retreat can sometimes feel less than welcoming. Maybe the room feels a bit too warm or chilly, or perhaps the outside noises, the distant barking dog, passing cars, or the hum of a neighbor's air conditioner, interrupt your quiet. You might have tried using earplugs, heavy curtains, or fans, but still find yourself waking up or struggling to fall asleep. Over time, these little disturbances chip away at your ability to rest deeply, leaving you feeling drained in the morning. It's easy to accept these interruptions as just part of getting older or living in a noisy neighborhood. Maybe you think, "I've slept through worse," or "I guess this is as good as it gets." But what if the environment you create around yourself at night holds the key to better sleep? What if by tuning into the simple details of your bedroom's atmosphere, temperature, light, sound, you could transform your nights and wake up feeling refreshed and calm? Most people don't realize how sensitive our bodies are to the environment while we sleep. Our brain and body respond not just to when we go to bed, but to what surrounds us. Bright lights, loud sounds, and uncomfortable temperatures can all disrupt the delicate process of falling and staying asleep, especially as we age. The good news is that with a few thoughtful adjustments, you can craft a sleep environment that encourages rest naturally, without medication or complicated gadgets. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. So, what makes a bedroom truly sleep-friendly? First, think about temperature. Our bodies naturally cool down as we prepare to sleep. A drop of about 1 or 2 degrees signals that it's time to rest. If your bedroom is too warm, it can interfere with this cooling process and leave you tossing and turning. Experts suggest keeping your room between 65 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit, around 18 to 21 degrees Celsius, for optimal sleep. It might seem like a small thing, but adjusting your thermostat or using a fan can make a big difference. Lighting is another crucial factor. Even small amounts of light can suppress melatonin production, the hormone that helps regulate sleep. For many seniors, sensitivity to light increases, making it harder to fall asleep in a brightly lit room. Blackout curtains or heavy drapes can help keep out streetlights or early morning sun, creating a dark haven that signals to your brain it's time to rest. If you need a nightlight, choose one with a soft amber or red glow, colors that don't interfere with your sleep cycle the way blue or white lights do. Noise is often an invisible sleep thief. Whether it's the occasional car passing by, a barking dog, or the neighbor's late-night TV, sounds can rouse you from light sleep or prevent you from falling asleep altogether. Some people find that white noise machines or fans help mask these disruptions, creating a steady, soothing background hum. Others prefer earplugs or playing soft instrumental music. The key is finding what feels comfortable and doesn't create new distractions. Your mattress and pillows also play a role in sleep quality. Over time, mattresses lose their support, and pillows become flattened or lumpy. For older adults, proper support can ease aches and pains and help maintain comfortable sleeping positions. Investing in a mattress that suits your preferred firmness and pillows that support your neck and shoulders can lead to noticeably better sleep. Even simple things like clean sheets, breathable fabrics, and cozy blankets can create a welcoming bed that invites rest. Let me share a story about Helen, a retired schoolteacher from Vermont who spent years struggling with fragmented sleep. She had tried everything: herbal teas, relaxation exercises, and even prescription sleep aids, but still found herself waking up at odd hours, feeling restless. One day, A friend suggested she take a close look at her bedroom environment. Helen began by installing blackout curtains to block out the morning sun that crept through her window. She adjusted her thermostat to keep the room cooler at night and bought a white noise machine to mask outside sounds. She also replaced her old mattress with a new one designed for support and comfort. The changes weren't immediate miracles, but within a few weeks, Helen noticed that she was falling asleep faster and waking up less during the night. She woke up feeling more refreshed, with less stiffness and discomfort. Helen's bedroom had transformed from a place of restless tossing to a restful retreat, and with it, her nights and days became brighter. Creating a comfortable and quiet sleep environment is an act of kindness toward yourself. It's about paying attention to your needs and honoring the natural rhythms of your body. This doesn't mean you need to overhaul your bedroom all at once or spend a fortune. Small changes, like adjusting the temperature, investing in good curtains, or adding a fan, can ripple out to create big improvements in your sleep quality. If you live with a partner or family members, sharing these changes can help everyone sleep better. Consider making your bedroom a no electronics zone to reduce distractions. Encourage loved ones to respect your sleep schedule by keeping noise low during bedtime hours. When everyone participates, the home becomes a sanctuary of rest. And remember, comfort is deeply personal. What works for one person might not feel right for another. Some seniors prefer a cooler room, others like it warmer. Some need complete silence, others sleep best with gentle background sounds. The journey to your perfect sleep environment is one of trial and discovery. If you find your bedroom isn't as restful as you'd like, try keeping a sleep diary for a week. Note the temperature, noise levels, light conditions, and how you feel when you wake. Over time, patterns emerge that guide you toward the adjustments that matter most for you. Above all, be gentle with yourself. Sleep changes with age, but that doesn't mean poor sleep is inevitable. By tuning into your environment and making thoughtful choices, you give yourself the gift of peaceful nights. You've earned that. You deserve to wake up feeling calm, rested, and ready to enjoy all the moments life still has to offer. Tonight, before you settle into bed, take a moment to listen to your space. Is it welcoming you? Does it feel like a quiet haven? If not, consider what small change you might make, perhaps closing the curtains, turning down the thermostat, or trying a white noise machine. These simple steps can create a ripple of calm that carries you through the night. Sleep is not just a necessity, it's a vital part of living well. Your environment is the foundation of that sleep. Build it with care, and your nights will become a source of renewal, preparing you to greet each day with strength, joy, and peace. Now that we've explored these 5 simple yet powerful steps to improve your sleep, it's important to remember that better rest is within your reach. Sleep isn't something that just happens to us, it's something we can nurture and protect with care. Whether it's setting a consistent bedtime, reducing blue light in the evening, relaxing your body before sleep, limiting late-night fluids, or creating a quiet, comfortable sleep environment, each small change adds up to make a big difference. You deserve nights filled with deep, refreshing sleep that leaves you feeling energized and ready to enjoy the day. It's never too late to start prioritizing your rest. These steps aren't about perfection. They're about progress and kindness to yourself. Some nights will be better than others, and that's okay. What matters is your commitment to making sleep a gentle, peaceful part of your life. I invite you to pick one step that resonates with you the most and try it tonight. Notice how your body responds, how your mind feels. Share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear what works for you and how you're reclaiming restful nights. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're all learning, adjusting, and supporting each other toward healthier, happier days. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with friends and family who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more tips tailored to help you thrive after 65. Here's to peaceful nights and brighter mornings ahead. You've earned it.